Alright, welcome back to the world of Human Fall Flat. Much has happened since my review of the game several months ago. Between then and now we've had new skins added to the base game, which is cool, they look pretty good, though nothing quite rivals the purple dog. Some minor bug fixes were added, nothing addressing the failure to grab ledges thing I encountered in my various playthroughs, though I'm not sure whether that's actually a bug or I'm doing something wrong. Also, I still haven't gotten that final achievement either. Honestly, I'm ignoring it purely out of spite, the time I wasted trying to get it. Anyway, the most notable addition since I last looked at the game is 2 brand new extra dreams, with accompanying achievements. Both levels are pretty solid, with Red Rock in particular being amazing. There is so much to pick apart there. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into the first of these levels. Lumber, the level that had the unfortunate job of following up Laboratory, and it did a decent job. Lumber isn't really a level that can be easily summarised. The type of puzzle encounters in this level varies. We have some new ideas mixed in with some old ones. The level starts off nice and simple, with you needing to find and activate a lever to create a bridge of logs. However, the first encounter attempts to try and funnel you towards this solution by showing you a clue and to set you off in the right direction, the clue being the river crossing. Then exploration should yield the solution, being the lever. A very similar concept is shown in Dark, and this is very important when it comes to Human Fall Flat levels, as literally anything could be the solution. Here it's not done badly, it's just the river crossing probably won't be the first thing you see. It certainly wasn't the first thing I saw. As a result, I only found out you needed to cross the river after I saw the logs making a bridge, so I kind of just stumbled into that solution, rather than being guided towards it, which doesn't really feel as satisfying. The next bit does this idea a little better, with you coming across a zipline and a power box. Exploration yields the wires and batteries needed to progress. There was also a cool section with the axe. Breaking down the door with it was quite fun. Also found out the windows could be broken. Interesting, I know. These are the only 2 exploration-based puzzles of the level, and they were alright. Didn't really scream unique or cool, except the axe bit, but they were fun. The next section is platforming, which was fine. The idea of monkey bars in Human Fall Flat is unique and cool, but you can just jump on the top, so never mind. The rest of the level is where Lumber comes into its own, with these sort of logic-based puzzles. Everything you need is here, so all you need to do is work out how to use the objects to progress, like blocking a consistently oscillating platform with a cube to stop it and progress, or stopping spinning cranes to create platforms for you to move across. One section just has you finding a path to the destination, no puzzle required, which was a nice change of pace. We have a nice homage to water, only with a boat you can hold on to. The next part of note is this fan section. Doing it for the first time was really fun. You need to get the blade spinning in order to power a fan, which will propel you to your next area. However, there are 3 turbines, and the more spinning, the further the fan will take you. So powering one up will let you power up another, until you can finally get across. I had a lot of fun with this. Let's talk achievements, something that in my eyes is a core part of the base experience, as they really do add a lot to each level, and Lumber is no exception. Bedwetter just has you throw the bed from the house in the starting area into the river. Nice and simple. Safety First has you use 2 hooks to travel the zipline, just after the veering platform section, though it's the only zipline that requires you to cross it with a hook, so you shouldn't miss it. Now for the big one, Lights Out. My personal favourite achievement. This sees you throwing 5 hidden lanterns off the level. Being as though exploration is something you'll already be doing, it's not tedious to go and find them. Also, doing a purely lantern playthrough of this map is fun as well. They opt for almost in plain sight locations. The first one is just after the log bridge. If you turn left and continue up the hill towards the cabin, it should be there waiting. The second one can be found behind the box and wheels by the oscillating platform. The third one is technically next to the fan puzzle, however you need to platform on the rocks just after the hook zipline to access it. The fourth is found inside the mine, and the 5th and final one is just after the boat section. The final achievement is just for beating the level. So we have our standard Human Fall Flat achievements for sure, but then we have Lights Out, which does add a lot to the level. Finally, let's talk skips. pulling the level apart and completing it how you wish. The only official skip I could find was this one by the windmill, before the mine section. Otherwise, the only other skip I found was basically the entire map. Every rocky section can be easily used to skip large chunks of the level. The speedruns must be insane. Some good ones I found were where one of the lanterns can be found, and across the waterfall near the starting area. Most of the rocky area doesn't require wall climb either, so most of this seems intentional, or at the very least it's very beginner friendly, which does increase this level's quality for me, someone who replays single player games. Like a lot. So as a complete package, Lumber is pretty decent. It offers a lot of fun and interesting puzzles to solve, and the skips and achievements make for great replay. However, it lacks anything that makes it stick out. A nitpick, absolutely. The puzzles are neat, but not these elaborately well thought out ones like in Dark. It doesn't really have a central theme running through it like Steam, something that can clue you into the solution of the next puzzle or something. It's just kind of a mishmash of different ideas all pushed into one level. Like mentioned though, it's just a nitpick, and this level is pretty good. It just happens to be sandwiched between two of the best levels in the game. Red Rock. Like I just teased, this level is incredible. This level is fantastic and everything I love about this game. But I know, but I need to slow down. The why is what's important. If I have to summarize this level in one word, it would be magnets. There is a lot of creative uses of magnets in this level, but the thing that really gets me excited about this level is how beautifully executed the puzzles are. They subtly teach you how to progress through little visual clues, and they are laid out in a way that also subtly shows you the order. Take the first puzzle for example. You spawn in and see a water tower. Inspecting it like the curious individual you are shows a switch to start and stop the flow of water into a pipe. Next you notice a gap in the pipe, with the rest of the pipe guiding your eye towards a body of water with a platform on it. This one clue has taught you how to solve the puzzle and the destination. Only through exploring do you find the missing puzzle piece and how to get it. For our next example, we need only to look at the next puzzle. The first thing you see is a door with an open power box housing a cog next to it. Opening the door on the box shows a missing spot for a cog. So again, in one clue we're taught the solution and our destination, with the rest only being completed through exploring the neighbouring junkyard. The magnets also reappear. We grab the cog, open the gate and enter my favourite puzzle in the game. So we have one giant glass window and a shed. Inside the shed houses an electromagnet on wheels, with some metal boxes. The electromagnet can only be moved left and right, so the only other place it can be moved is lined up with the window. It might be at this point you notice the walkway up to the window and how the boxes can be stuck on the end of the magnet. It then clicks that you might be needing to break the window to get in, but how? You can plug the electromagnet in to power it, and the metal boxes look like good ammunition, but there's no fire button or switch. The solution took me a while, and admittedly I'm way more impressed than I should be, but you have to reverse the current of the magnet, reversing the poles, and launching the box at the window. I at least thought this was really cool. Am I a nerd? Yes. The next section has the same setup as the previous puzzle, so I'll just run through the solution. Using a magnet on a crane, you make a bridge to the other side. The next puzzle involves the collection of boxes to create steps on a giant magnetic wall. The final puzzle involves a giant magnet powered by fuel cells that you need to collect through various different means. Now for achievements. They don't necessarily add a huge amount to the level's appeal, but are still pretty fun. Pipe Dream has you using the sewer pipe instead of the door in the junkyard section, but it's not going to be as easy as just opening the sewer. Oh no. It requires some puzzle solving to get the sewer door open. The solution is use the crane next to it, but even then you need to find a hook to attach to it. And you can't just use the bucket, which I tried to do for a while. The hook can be found behind the building in a bin. Just attach one end of the hook to the crane, the other to the sewer gate, and lift it. The second achievement, Pretty Fly for a Cacti, sees you taking the hat from the control room in the magnet bridge section and placing it on this specific cactus, which can be found to the side of the building in the next section. And lastly we have Don't Blame It on the Sunshine. All you have to do is turn the jukebox on. That's all you have to do, they said. I'm just going to get it out of the way, but my goodness, this thing was hidden. It's located atop a mountain next to the final puzzle, accessed in a similar way to one of the fuel cells, only this time you climb around the mountain and up it. Then you flip the solar panel and it's done. These achievements are pretty small scale, especially compared to the puzzles present in this level, but they're fun little extras. Well, mostly. Alright, skips. This level doesn't really have any official skips or easy to access ones, though with a bit of wall climbing you can climb to the top of this mountain and skip right to the end of the level. So that was Red Rock, one of Human Fall Flat's greatest experiences. full of clever and unique concepts, and amazing design that leads to one of the most satisfying levels. It has a solid and consistent theme that informs you how the next puzzle is going to work, and the puzzles themselves are cleverly designed.